Oh, hi everyone! If you couldn't tell, I'm a little mad. In fact, I'm so mad, I could do this. Now, because I'm such a nice guy, I won't do that. But you might be asking, why is he so mad? Well, let me take you back to when I first gave my Blue Snowball Ice away. I had that microphone for about 5 years at that point, and I truly felt limited by it. I started making music on my phone, and having to go to my computer to record vocals was super annoying. So, I gave the mic to Clover and went on a microphone hunt. My first microphone was atrocious. It was an old Radio Shack branded microphone from the 1990s or something designed by Shure, and it just sounded bad. The frequency response was terrible, and it sounded empty and hollow while also being muffled at the same time. I also didn't have a microphone preamp at the time, so my signal was incredibly noisy. So, I decided to buy an interface. Now, I had 3 requirements for my preamp. 1, it needed a 3-band EQ because the microphone sounded bad. 2, it needed some headphone out or line out so I could boost my signal. And 3, I would like to be an interface as well, so I can talk to my friends on Discord. I really gotta stop hitting my interface. Now, I could have gotten, say, an M-Track M Audio Solo or one of those cheap Behringer interfaces. But no, I thought I could do better. There was one interface that had it all, and for 20 bucks less, how could I pass on it? The Vivitar audio mixer. Yeah, you know what they say about a deal that's too good to be true. Now, who are Vivitar? Well, they seem to be a general consumer brand, having products in wellness, smart home, and sports. Yeah, I decided to buy an interface from a sports company. I mean, why not buy a Sonic Motor Car along with my interface? I was naive and foolish. And I bought it. So, what came in the box? Well, 3 cables and an interface. You can literally tell I don't use this one because it's still coiled. Well, also a manual, but I don't have it anymore. The interface is powered through USB-C and even has lights. I gotta show the lights now. Well, utility rings around the potentiometers. I also have a 3-band EQ, reverb, and a ton of buttons because they decided to integrate a soundboard. Though, no XLR? XLR is like the standard for audio, so it's kinda strange that it's excluded from its interface. How are you gonna deliver phantom power without XLR? Like, condenser microphones literally don't work without phantom power, and neither do some preamps. Anyway, let's plug it into my computer. Oh, right. There's no Linux support. The 2i2 works on Linux, and it sounds even better on Linux because the drivers don't suck. I just switched back to Windows to test this thing. Minus 15 bajillion points for making me do that. Well, let's hear how it sounds. Wait, what? Yeah, when I first bought this, I was really confused. The soundboard worked, but once I picked up my microphone, the Behringer XM8500. So I started messing with the cable, and then I realized something. They wired this jack incorrectly. For some reason, they wired the input so that there's no closed circuit between my microphone and the interface. Imagine how a beginner would feel with this. They buy the $30 interface, and it doesn't even work. If you're going to use TRS, at least wire it correctly so I can use my microphone with it. Now, luckily, I'm not the average buyer. I had a TS jack laying around, so I managed to tinker with it, and I got this as my sound. Adventures of a Peculiar Game. First conceived on April 12 of 2018, with its first ever release on May 8th of 2020. Its art style, humor, and music harpast works of Toy Fox and Secret Sauce of the Toy, using 32-bit Pixar graphics including numerous references to previously stated works. Yeah, does something sound wrong here? There's a noise gate. There's a noise gate on its interface that you can't turn off. That's what I hate about this thing. They give you so many options, but you can't turn off the fundamental processing. I'm a YouTuber. I do voiceovers. I don't need sad trombone sound effect or reverb in my chain. And even worse, because the sound quality is horrible. It's so tinny and artificial. Now, you might be saying, isn't there a 3-band EQ that you can alter it with? 3-band EQ at maximum, treble at 50, mids at 50, bass at 50, treble at 0, mids at 0, bass at 0, trebles at 50, mids at 0, bass at 0, treble and mids at 50 while bass is at 0, bass at 50 while treble and mid are at 0, mid at 50 while treble and bass are at 0. Yeah, no. The 3-band EQ does next to nothing to the signal. I can't tell because of how tinny and robotic the audio sounds. And even in post, you can EQ it all you want, but it'll still sound artificial and tinny, and fake.
Also,
The effects suck. The reverb is nice, but I've left it on more times than I like to admit, on accident, and it's ruined my recordings. But hey, maybe just me, and my microphone. Maybe the Behringer XM85 isn't made for this. What's this? A Presonus M7? This is a really cheap condenser microphone, and it requires phantom power. So, let's see how it sounds through the Vivitar interface. Our Adventure is a peculiar game. First conceived on April 12 of 2018, with its first time released on May 8th of 2020. Its art style, humor, and music harken back towards the toy fox and secret sauce to a toy, using 32-bit Pixar graphics including numerous references to previously stated works. Nope, it sounds god-awful. And by the way, this is how the M7 is supposed to sound. Yeah, a lot more depth on the toy too. Now, it does sound better high-end than the XM850, but it still sounds horrible because the gain set incorrectly. And no, it's not me. My gain was set at 1 when I recorded that, so it just does not handle condenser microphones. This thing is horrible. Absolutely horrible. I feel bad for anyone who fell for Vivitar's trap. Me especially. You wanna know why it took 4 months to make my Spirit Halloween video? Because I was stuck with this thing. And by no means is this acceptable. It's e-waste essentially. Any beginner who buys this will be dissatisfied and unhappy with their purchase, and might give up on content creating because of this. And it's not a good DI box because the latency is horrible. Trust me, I've tested it. This interface is like a -1 out of 10 for me. It's just that bad. I'm mad that I spent 30 bucks on this thing. I'm genuinely astonished by how unusable this thing is. You can buy a used mixer and get infinitely better sound quality. So for you, this is your punishment. Now, you might be asking, what did I replace that with? The Behringer ZenX 802, having 6 inputs, phantom power, a CD tape input, multiple outputs, and not working. Yep, when I bought this, it was broken. I thought I got the deal of the century. This for $50, all these input channels, but they didn't work. Yeah, if you're wondering why voiceover sounded bad on a Spirit Halloween video, it's because I was going for the tape input, and that's not good amplification. I'm so disappointed with this mixer too. I thought I got a good deal. $50 for this? But I ended up getting scammed because it doesn't even work. You know, recounting my audio journey makes me appreciate the 2i2 more. It's just good and reliable. A strong box I got as a gift on Christmas on my favorite trip. And I'm happy that my audio journey is over now. This is the best interface I've had ever. And it's probably my last one too. I can chat with my friends, record music, and make my videos again. So, I guess the moral of the story is, buy something reliable and veritable. Especially with audio. Don't waste your money on new things in audio. Go to a local guitar center and test stuff out before you buy. Well, that's all to say. Goodbye all.